We are live.
Okay.
When I typed that in, did it show up on YouTube?
Yes, it did. It popped up on the screen.
Okay. Don't have anyone watching yet. So did you have a pretty good day then? Are you there, Nippy? Nippy. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Adriel. How are you both? I think I might have lost Nippy. Hi, Jimmy. Hi, Adriel. How are you both? I think I might have lost Nippy.
Hey, I'm here.
Are you there now? Okay.
I had to go back to the Google Hangout screen.
Oh, okay.
So I won't be able to read the chat, but you can do it.
Okay, actually, though, oh, you're on your phone, aren't you?
I'm on my tablet.
Okay. All right, well, I will read the chat as much as I can.
Okay.
I'm doing well, thank you, Brother Adriel. You don't think that you can be on the YouTube screen and just mute it?
Hang on a second. Let me go back to it, okay?
Okay. We're just trying to work out the logistics here, guys. If you want to hang on for a minute for us, we'd appreciate it. And then I'm going to give out my Twitter so people can DM me if they have questions or anything they want to talk about and remain anonymous. And I'm also going to give out my cell phone number and we will take phone calls. And you can also remain anonymous there if you want. If you want to say your name, you can, but no one has to.
Okay, Jaynie, I'm just going to have to stay in the the Hangout thing.
Okay.
For you to hear me.
Oh, okay. All right. That'll be fine then. I'll try and keep up with the chat for you.
I wish my laptop was charged up and I could use that, but it's not.
Jimmy said he's doing good. He's good and tired.
Oh, Jimmy, you wore yourself out.
Okay, I'm going to put in the chat right now my Twitter. So if anyone wants to DM me questions, and I'm also going to put in the phone number that you can call if you'd rather call in and talk live. The only rule with this is that this number is only good during the show. If I get calls outside the hours of the show, the number will be blocked, and so you wouldn't be able to call in again.
Sorry about that.
Is it Jimmy good? We were worried about that. And we still haven't got it set up to where, we have, hi for real. We still haven't got it set up to where we're going to be on camera for a little bit. We have to both get our setups done and all that, but we do hope to, in time, be, live on camera and all that good stuff. I didn't spell that right. I hope no one tries to. This is the correct Twitter. And then the number again. Hi, Jamie. How are you? We're having a live call-in show. Anyone who wants to call that number and talk live on the air can. You don't have to give your name. It can be anonymous, or if you want to give your name, that's fine. You can also DM me on Twitter at Jennifer70 and put in your DM that you want to remain anonymous if you do. Otherwise, I will probably say your name. How are you tonight, Jamie? You still there, Nip?
I'm still here.
Okay, you sound like you're busy.
No, I'm just sitting here thinking, what else could I do to, you know,
Well,
so I can look at chat too. I'm trying to think of what I could do to make this better, you know?
can you get on YouTube with your phone?
Well, I will, but I won't be able to see chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find the plug-in for my laptop and plug it in so I can kind of see what's going on.
Okay. Well, we're looking forward to this too, Jamie, and just kind of be patient with us tonight because this is the first time that we've tried this time, and we're probably going to work out a few kinks here and there. So if everyone just have patience with it, it's going to get better, I promise. The number, Jim, welcome, by the way. The number is for people to call in if they want to call in and ask questions, like for advice or something. We're not professionals, but we're more than willing to listen. If you want to call in and talk about a current event, a news event, something happening in the world, and get people in the chat's opinion. You can even ask, like, I have this problem. Should I do this or this? And we can have the people in the chat by ones or twos tell you what they think of a situation. Hello, Nikki. Good to see you in here.
Hi, everyone. I can't see you, but I'm working on it.
Nippy's trying to work out a way that she'll be able to see the chat while we do this. And so we just have to give her a minute. But anytime your sleepies are kicking in, you just wanted to say hello. Well, thank you, Nikki. We appreciate it. Hopefully you'll come back again. Or if some night when you can't sleep, come and hang out with us. We're going to try and get this going on a regular basis and not have to, take so much time trying to figure out how everything's going to work. But if anyone does want to call that number or DM me at Twitter, and you can stay anonymous if you like, or you can give your name. Either is fine. Good, Nikki. I hope you do come back. You have a good night and get some rest. Sweet dreams.
Oh, computer, come on. It's been a while since I've had this laptop going. So I have to, it's got a mind of its own.
So, does anyone have anything interesting going on they want to talk about? Did anyone do anything fun today? It's Thursday. Carney can't make it tonight. He's got a hot date. Well, he should have been on the line here telling us all about it.
Who, Carney?
Yeah, Carney. Jimmy says he's got a hot date tonight.
Ooh,
Now,
exciting.
For real says Nippy needs to get it together.
For real, I need you.
You need to go over there and get it together for her. Boy, this phone is ringing off the hook.
Really? Awesome.
Hi, Lena. It's up to y'all a while back from the porch. Nippy, love your dogs, and I got a dachshund too. His name is Red.
Oh, wonderful. I know you just love them. You're so lovable, those dogs are.
Yes, they are. And they're little sweeties too.
They're babies.
Okay, so if anyone wants to call in this phone, I've got it right here and ready. If anyone wants to DM me on Twitter, let me check those and make sure there's nothing there yet. I don't see anything yet. We're off to a good start.
Good.
Hi, Kit Kat Paddywhack. How are you? Welcome. This is our first night we're trying this live call-in show. The number and my Twitter are both here. Anyone who wants to call in, you can remain anonymous. You can also DM me and just say you want to remain anonymous, and I won't say a name. Your friend Dawn told you about. Okay, wonderful. Well, hopefully Dawn will come over too.
Yes, hopefully.
Lena says they're needy for sure. Are your pups needy?
Oh my goodness. One of them is very needy, and the other one is just the perfect little girl. But the boy is so needy, and he whines constantly. He's an attention hound.
And the boy is the one in your picture, right?
That's Deedles. That's the girl.
Okay, that's the girl.
And then the one that's kind of got red hair,
Uh-huh.
that is Amos, and that's the boy.
Okay. Well, hi, Dawn. I'm glad you made it. You're just laying down. Are you going to listen to us while you lay down? Come on, Nip.
I'm getting this thing pulled up. I'm sorry, my computer had been on so long. I'm trying to get it. I promise. I'm trying.
Yeah, that's fine, Dawn. You're more than welcome to stay and just listen. I'm hoping that any minute now this phone will start going off. We might get a call. Are you going to call in, Tammy? That would be wonderful. People can either call or they can DM me on Twitter and let me know if they want to remain anonymous. Nippy Lena says her boy thinks he pays rent there.
That sounds familiar. They own the house, that's for sure.
Tammy, if you call in and if that number doesn't work for some reason, let me know, because I think that's my number, but I have been wrong before.
I'm trying to still get YouTube to pull up on my computer, believe it or not.
That thing's slow.
Honey, it's old and it's slow. And then I got this tablet for Christmas, and that's all I've been working on, using here lately.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying, guys. I promise. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed this evening.
She does need a Mac. I got a Mac. I got my first Mac. I've probably had it for about 6 months now, and I still don't know how to do everything on it, but I have managed to use it. So I'm pretty proud of myself.
I would be too.
Yeah, I've managed to get on the internet, and to me, that's good. I think what they did is just everything with Windows, they just made it the opposite on Mac. So like where you used to go up to the right-hand corner to open and close windows, now you go to the left-hand corner to open and close windows and stuff like that. It's really weird.
Okay.
Mine is not a laptop, it's an all-in-one, and I love it.
Oh, cool.
Yep, I don't have to worry about all the cords and all that.
Yeah. Jaynie, I'm trying. I promise to the Lord I'm trying.
Well, if you can't get the chat to show, Lena's rocking her grandbaby to sleep.
Oh.
Thursdays and Fridays. That's so sweet.
That is sweet.
So we have 15 watching, well, 16 now, while Nippy tries to get her chat to work.
Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I'm such a computer illiterate person.
Here again is the phone number where you can call in and you can remain anonymous, or if you feel like it, you can tell us who you are. Also, there's my Twitter. If you want to DM me, you can remain anonymous as well. Please write that in the message you send me. with any questions you have, anything you want us to try and talk about, whatever. Welcome everyone, Jim and Jamie and Jimmy and Lena and For Real and Dawn and I'm trying to see who else. Kit Kat. And I think Nikki left, but if she's still here and listening, hello, Nikki. Thank you all for coming and for being patient.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so who's going to be the first brave soul? Yes, you can call in to ask any questions. If we have any answers, we'd be glad to share them with you. Or you can call in to tell us a funny story. We love to laugh. We hope you know that there'll be lots of fun and laughter. You can ask for advice, and we can even take polls in the chat room for you for what they think you should do. We can tell you what we think. We're not professionals, but hello, Jamie Katz. Welcome. So, if anyone wants to call that number or DM me, when you call in, you don't have to give your name. And I just think it'd be fun. Who's going to be the first brave caller?
Somebody be brave.
Be brave. Hi, Mama Cat. Welcome. I'm glad you came over. I was just telling everyone we're waiting on someone to be the first brave caller. No one has to give their name. You can DM me on Twitter. Tell me if you want me to keep your name anonymous, and I will do so. Anything you want to ask, anything you want advice about, if you just want to tell us a funny story about your day, anything. A news topic, if you want to discuss it, we'll do our best.
That's right.
Someone's got to be brave here, though, for us to get this rolling. I know as soon as one person calls and everyone sees how fun and easy it is, then we'll start getting those calls.
That's true.
Yep, the only rule with this number is that when we're not live, if your number calls it and I don't know who you are, I will block that number and you won't be able to call again in the next show. So, nobody abuse my number. Anyone, come on, you can do it. It'll be fun. I promise. We'll be nice and we'll get some laughs or we'll answer some questions.
I'm just about ready. I want to say something. Throw this laptop out the front door.
Well, you're definitely going to have to get over there.
I swear this thing's crazy.
Who I was giving hell to, hold on, we got a call coming in. Let's answer it and then I will tell you in just 1 second. Hello, you're live on the air with Nippy and Jaynie. How can we help you?
Hello, hello.
Oh, hold on. I forgot to put it on speaker. Duh.
Oh,
Okay, now try again.
All right, how about now?
How about now? Can everyone in the chat hear?
I hear just fine.
Did you hear the phone call just fine? Let me turn it up just to be sure. Okay. All right. They're saying they can hear you. Okay. Do you want to
Okay.
you want to remain anonymous, or would you like to tell us who you are?
Well, I'm Mama Cat. I'm
Mama
your
Cat.
sister.
Wonderful.
Hey, Mama Cat.
How y'all?
We're good.
Well, I just thought I'd help y'all and just be supportive and be your first caller and get this all kicked off for you.
Well, that's wonderful. I appreciate it so much.
Yay.
So I thought the loss of
I'm sorry. I had another call come in and it changed. So hold on 1 second. I don't know how to do this.
Hey, we're living and learning.
Okay.
okay, what comes first? The chicken chicken or the egg? I think everybody still ponders on this question.
The chicken or the egg? Oh, yeah, that is a good one. Let's see.
Hello?
Oh, we have a second caller.
Hey. How are you doing? I'm good. How are you? I'm great.
I accidentally merged the calls. So
Yeah. I'm going to hang out, girl.
oh, that's all
Y'all
right.
handle it.
Hey, thank you for calling, Mama Cat.
We can keep you both on the line. That's fine. Second caller, who are you? Do you want to stay anonymous?
Okay. I'm Jim.
You're Jim. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so Jim, Mama Cat wants to know which came first, the chicken or the egg. So,
Just question. I'll say the egg.
okay, we've got Lena saying the chicken. I'm going to have to say, oh gosh, I would have to say probably the chicken had to come first too. What do you think, Nip?
I think the chicken.
Okay, so we think that somehow this chicken was here. I don't know how. I don't know. That still boggles my mind. Is me?
Which one is it? Does anybody really know?
Yeah, if anyone
No
really
one
knows.
really knows.
Yeah, see, when I say one, then I think about it and I'm like, no, it would have to be the other. Then I say, okay, so it's the egg. And then when I try and give my reasoning, I think, well, no, it has to be the chicken.
I love what For Real says. Leave it to Jesus.
Yes.
Amen, for real. You got that for sure.
And Lena says God created all animals. So if God created animals, then yes, the chicken could have been here before the egg. So that makes sense.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay, so let me see here.
Well, I think that pretty much answers it for me. What y'all think?
I think so.
I'll go with for real's answer. Yeah. Yay, for real.
I love that y'all are doing this. So just keep up the good work and I'll think of more questions.
Okay, well, you do. And anytime you want to call back while we're on, please do. It'll be nice when we can start getting like regular callers and things. And I really appreciate you calling in.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Nice
Jim,
talking to y'all.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Jim, if you want, you can stay on the line if you want to talk about something. Okay.
Where you from, like Alabama or something?
I'm sorry.
Where you from?
I can't hardly hear you. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that one more time?
Where are you guys from?
Oh, okay. I'm from Texas. And Nippy, would you like to say where you're from?
I'm from North Carolina.
Where are you from, Jim, if you don't mind saying? New York. Wonderful. Do you live in like the city part of New York or out in the country part?
Brooklyn.
The country?
Yeah. Oh, Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. Okay.
Awesome.
I didn't detect a Brooklyn accent. That's pretty neat.
Nice.
So what's been going on, Jim?
Nothing much. I just thought I would call and say hi.
Well, I think that's great. I'm glad that so far we've had 2 people who got up the nerve to do it. I think this could be real fun, you know. Someone has to break the ice. And I appreciate you helping us with that.
No problem. Yeah, so I guess I'll try to get going now.
Okay, well, you can call back anytime we're live on the air, Jim. We'd be more than happy to talk to you.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, hang out with us for a while and we'll see if we can't get some more calls and have some more fun.
All right.
Thanks, Jim. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so our phone line is back open again. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to merge those calls. I hope I didn't make anyone feel like they were being rushed off the line. I'm going to have to figure out how to put a call on hold without adding it to the current call.
We're just learning this stuff, and actually, Jaynie has did all the hard work, and doing the Google Hangout thing and setting everything up. And I've been the lax one, so we're still learning.
What she really means is Jaynie has been the one who was courageous enough to push buttons and not know what would happen.
Exactly.
Tammy says, have y'all been listening to Mama Bear? I have checked in on her once or twice, and she seems to be doing really well. And so, I think that's good. She was, I believe she was doing some prayers for people, and they seemed very appreciative. And I think that's wonderful.
Yeah. I haven't watched her channel much.
Well, I was going to say, I forgot to answer someone. That was who I was going off on one night about a month ago. Someone in the chat had asked who I was having it in for. Yeah, it was Mama Bear. And I was actually defending another person because I felt that Mama Bear had said some things that she needed to just leave alone. So, but Mama Bear and I don't have any animosity towards her. I stay out of her way, and she's been doing her thing, so we're all good.
Awesome.
Mama Bear just believes different than I do. That's exactly right. And I can respect how she believes. I just had that one out and out thing with her over what I felt was not appropriate her doing to someone else, but we're good. Okay, Tammy, we'll be here. We aren't going anywhere. And who is the other people again? I mean, the other person on the panel? That's Nippy.
Hey guys.
She's Nippy fan #4 life. If you want to look her up and sub to her. Who is Mama Bear? Mama Bear is a nice lady who has a channel. It's, I believe, MAMMA space Bear, BEAR. And she does a lot of religious talks. And she's definitely eccentric. She's fun to watch when she is being kind. And from what I've seen lately, she has been being kind. So, yeah, she can be very fun to watch. And you can learn, even if you don't believe like she believes. You can always learn something from someone.
Absolutely.
Yes, Lena, she is kind of crazy, and that makes her endearing. Like I said, as long as she's being nice, she's very endearing. And, the fact that she'll pretty much pray for anyone, I think that's a sweet thing for her to do. I think Mama Bear believes more the fire and brimstone of God, where I think of God more as kind and loving and forgiving. And I feel the same way, Mama Bear. I'm not much for the fire and brimstone and all of that, but it takes all kinds and all flavors, and I'm good with that. Tammy, I know how you feel. I do. I wasn't proud of my behavior the night when I was going off on her, but I had to say what I had to say, and then I did feel kind of bad about it afterwards, and I hope that she forgives me for how I spoke to her. It does take all kinds, right? So if anyone else, though, would like to call in or send me a DM, you can remain anonymous if you want, but you don't have to. I'm checking my messages now. No one's DM'd me. That's all right. It'll take a while to get this going, and I'm hoping that as people get to know what's going on over here and they come in, that they'll want to call in and talk about something funny or something in the news, ask advice, poll the chat room for, what they should do. Should they buy a new car? Should they, whatever. And we can all just get involved and have some fun on these late nights before we go to bed.
Yeah, because we, Jaynie and I, we don't sleep that well. So we love watching YouTube. And sometimes late at night, we kind of run out of things to watch. I don't know. But we thought other people may have the same issues that we do. So
Exactly.
we thought we'd give it a try.
And thank you, Mama Cat. I will save your number since you've given me permission to do that. And that way, if you ever call in again, I'll know who you are when I answer, so I can say, hello, Mama Cat. But anyone who wants to call in and not give their name, that's fine. And I will be erasing any numbers from my phone that, that anyone calls in, because I don't want to have so many numbers in my phone anyway. But if, like, Mama Cat gave me permission to save her number, and so I will do that. Thank you very much. So, anyone, you were asking because that was the first time you remember seeing me. Oh, I made a good first impression, didn't I, Lena? Yelling at the top of my lungs.
I remember that night. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm sorry for everyone who had to witness that. Do you have insomnia, Mama Cat? You've been watching for 2 years and you hardly comment. You like shoot the shit. Yeah, we have a lot of fun over there sometimes. And that's where I met Nippy, and, everyone kind of goes offline at about 10 or so my time. And so we just thought, well, we're up later than that, and there's not really much going on, so let's do this.
And we're doing it, but we're learning as we go.
Oh, I see, Tammy. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I don't, I just really don't know how to speak. I can't pick what I believe or anything. I'm stuttering over myself.
You're doing fine.
I read boy, that's a tongue twister. Red Road Runner.
Hey, I think I got it, Jaynie.
Did you? Can you finish that now?
I don't know. Is the last comment Red Road Runner? Well, no, Jimmy. This is High Red.
Yes.
That's the last comment. Okay.
There is. So now she can see the chat, and I don't have to read everything to her.
Okay, as long as it keeps working. But I'll let you know. So far, it's working.
Wonderful. Well,
It's really
welcome,
good to
Red
see
Road
the
Runner,
whole gang
and,
getting back
we're doing
together in here
call-ins,
for this.
Or you can DM
Don't forget
me
to
on
vote
Twitter
in
with
the
any
poll.
questions or any topics you'd like to talk about. You can remain anonymous.
We did rock the late
Please
night,
just
that's
put
for
in
sure.
your Twitter DM that you would like to remain anonymous, so I know not to say a name. Otherwise, we've had 2 calls tonight, and it was pretty fun, but I did merge the calls, so that was a mistake.
Yeah, Jaynie, they could put their question in the chat box, I guess, couldn't they?
You can ask anything you want to in the chat if you want. It takes strength to stand up for what you believe. I was proud of you, Jaynie. Well, thank you, Mama Cat. I was proud of myself for standing up, but I wasn't proud necessarily of the way I did it.
Yes,
think I could
Judy,
have
that's
been
where I met
Much
Nippy.
more calm.
That's where I was
and
like,
more
I like this
respectful of the
chick,
people who
and
had to
we're
hear
gonna be friends.
what I was saying. I hope.
Yes, I agree. That was an interesting night, though, and anybody could have got, a little heated. So it's in the past. Everything's peaceful. Let's go forward.
Yeah, that's another thing we kind of wanted to do. After all, the drama shows usually go off late at night. I think it would, we thought it would be nice to have a show that isn't so much drama, so that people can calm down before bedtime.
See, I kind of like this. Laid back, just talking, and no big deal. And what anybody wants to talk about, let's talk about it.
She's not in
Or
this chat, Aaron.
they don't want to talk
She's
about something, we'll
on
find something
the,
to talk about. Maybe people will comment
the
on
video
it.
that we're
I don't know.
replaying.
Yep.
The first Nippy
And
and
Lena,
Jaynie show.
I know exactly what you mean. I was saying last night when we were live trying to test that all the drama is like a soap opera.
Nippy
but the
is an
difference
awesome
is that on a
singer.
soap opera, you usually have that thing in the beginning that says
Yeah, she's
on
not in
yesterday's
this
show, and
current
kind of
chat.
shows you the
Mama Cat is.
little bits of what's been going on.
She's on
but we
the
don't
stream
have that here.
I'm
And so if
playing.
you miss a day of the drama here, you are completely
Yeah, that's true.
For real says we're putting him to sleep. We have relaxing voices.
For real. I love you, buddy.
Is that a nice way of saying we're boring?
Hey, I think he's being a compliment. Thanks for the compliment, for real. I love you, brother.
Yeah. The drama channels should have time slots like the D. Exactly. They shouldn't have them overlapping. I agree with that.
Yeah, it is kind of like there's lots of good channels, and it's like you want to watch this channel, you got your favorite ones, and then something else is going on, so you want to watch this other channel just to see what's going on, and they're all happening at the same time, and it's kind of impossible, right?
Yep. So,
Yes, when we
let's
were
see
shiny
here.
and new and we didn't
Jim
know
wants
how
to know what
anything
we
worked
think
on
of
YouTube.
Deuteronomy 22, 28 through 29. If a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married and rapes her, and they are discovered, he shall pay her father 50 shekels of silver. He must marry the young woman, for he has violated her. He can never divorce her as long as he lives. I would have to say I don't agree with that. I think if a man rapes a woman,
Right,
he needs
Hazel.
to be in prison.
This
Yeah, I
was
have to agree
before
with you on
so
Jimmy,
much
but
had happened.
I don't know. I don't have my Bible out with me. I'm sorry, Mr. Jim Bean. Is that right? Yeah. Sorry. I don't have it with me.
Yeah, I would think that the worst thing you could do to a woman after a man rapes her is to force her to marry him. So, but I don't know if, the Bible says that. I tend to, I don't know. That's another moral thing because you see it in black and
Come
white,
back home,
but then
Nippy.
when you really think of it, it just doesn't seem right to me.
Yeah, and I'm not a Bible scholar or expert on any of that stuff, but everybody's got their own opinion.
Yeah. That was under the law of grace now, but I agree, prison. That's what Red Roadrunner says. Jim says, but it's in the Bible. You can't disagree with the Bible.
Yeah,
I know
you
a lot
can.
of people think you shouldn't disagree with the Bible,
I disagree
but
with
I
the
also
Bible
know
a
that the
lot.
Bible was written in a time when the world was a completely different place. So, yeah, Tammy could break it down for us, I'm sure.
Yeah, you know what, guys? If you have biblical questions, there is a channel on YouTube that I love. Jaynie watches, and a lot of other people we know watches, and it's called Spirit Finder 321 and
Look at
Victory
us
for
shouting
Jesus
out,
with our
Tammy.
friend Tammy. And she's got an excellent understanding on the Bible, and she also can explain things so well. I don't know everything there is to know about the Bible. I'll be the first to say it. But I do like listening to her and learning because she makes a lot of sense sometimes to me. But everybody's different.
Hi, Kiki. Welcome.
Hey, Kiki.
We're having a live call-in show, and people can call in and they can remain anonymous, or they can say who they are. Either one is fine. They can also email me DM me on Twitter, Jennifer70. I'll put all this back up in here. And we're answering questions or giving advice or talking about different topics, depending on what information people want to hear about. We'll do our best. Okay, there it is. That's the number. Anyone can call in. It's been fun so far.
Yeah, we can talk about anything, guys. Anything.
We've had.
We don't claim to be scholars on things. If we're good in a certain area, we'll tell you. But it's just our opinion and whatever you want to say. So no judgment, no whatever.
Yep, we've already had a call in from Mama Cat, and we also had a call from Jim Bean. And I accidentally merged the calls, so it was like a phone party. It was.
Hey, that's all right.
We're going to make a lot of mistakes until we get this down, and so don't be surprised.
No problem, Hazel.
If I probably hang up on someone, accidentally merge the calls again, put someone on hold, send someone to voicemail. It's going to be crazy up in here for a while. But we will get the hang of it, I promise.
Hey, look, there's Troll Patrol.
Right, Conklin. Remember all that? Such fun.
Hey, Pat.
It's Pat. You're making sure everything's kosher and cool. Yes, we had a foursome, Jim. We did.
Jimmy.
And it was all my fault.
That was fun, though.
It was. I just hope, like I said, I just hope it didn't make either of the callers feel like I was trying to rush them off or whatever. I did not mean to merge the call. I was trying to put one on hold and the other one online. Oh, Kiki, you need prayer. How's the pup doing? Is
Good
that what
old
you need the
troll
prayers
patrol,
for?
Jimmy.
The accents, yeah, the Texas accent and the North Carolina accent.
Hey guys, I got a North Carolina accent. Well, most of the time I don't. I used to not have an accent at all.
Yeah, it
When
was
I
a
went
pretty
to
good mix
school,
of both.
and I got
Jimmy.
rid of it, but it's back. Sorry, it is what it is. Jaynie, you sound like you have no accent whatsoever. I mean, you really sound like no accent.
Oh, okay. Kiki says her pup's okay, but she's not doing great lately. Kiki, I hate to hear that, and we will definitely keep you in our thoughts and send you good vibes and prayers and all that. Whatever whoever believes what way in here, please keep Kiki in your thoughts and your prayers, or whatever you do, try and lift her up and help her.
Yeah, Kiki, best wishes to you, hon.
Kiki, you
Hang in
can
there.
call in if you want to talk. Of course, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine too.
What does for real say when he says, yes, you do? What do you mean for real? Yes, you do what? Are you talking about my accent, brother?
That's right, Judy.
I guess not.
She's a
Continue,
good
Jaynie.
girl.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get random on you like that.
Good
I
lady.
just had to watch chat.
This whole thing is just going to be lots of randomness.
Random. That's my middle name.
You live about 20 or 30 minutes from us here.
Awesome.
Oh, Kiki, don't cry.
Again, this stream
Dry
is
those
from
tears,
March
doll.
22nd,
Is Kiki crying?
2018.
She says she didn't want to call in because she's already crying because we're so damn sweet.
Kiki, honey, we love you. You're the Canadian chick. You're number one.
Kiki, if it make you feel better, I could yell at you.
You don't want Jaynie yelling at you now.
Dang it, Kiki, you pick up that phone right now and call me.
Judy, I may be meeting her in real life
We'll get you
next
laughing.
May.
Nothing else.
I'm going to be in that area.
Roadrunner is more
and
than
if
welcome
she's
to call
available,
in. Anyone can call in.
I'm going to try and
Once
do a
you do it
meetup
once,
with
you
her.
probably will like it and want to do it again. That's what we're hoping. As long as I don't mess up the call.
No, please, no, she says.
Oh, your Oklahoma accent wouldn't be too much. You should hear the accents I hear down here in Texas all the time.
Right, Conklin.
When I really
was
get talking, my
pre-pandemic.
Texas accent does start
You know,
to
when the
come out.
world was still
But,
pretty
you know,
normal.
when I'm just talking normal, it doesn't. But when I get mad or I get excited, it starts being all y'all and the winders and
Off the winders.
yeah, winders, and I'm fixing to do this and fixing to do that, and yeah, it gets bad sometimes.
I'm fixing to roll down the window.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. I think Oklahoma would be great.
Yep, I haven't been there yet, but I do plan to make a trip up through there, probably in the next 3 months or so. We're really reading typos, Lena. We're good at it because we make so many typos that we can read right through them.
Right.
Yep, winders. Hey,
We kind
Dad.
of get the gist of what you're saying.
We're listening to the very first
says
Nippy
she
and
heard me
Jaynie
yell.
show.
She's scary.
It's from March 22nd, 2018.
Ooh. We won't talk about that time it went all over the world.
Mm-mm. Oh, I was live and lit. I was.
Hey, Lena's in Dalton, Georgia. Hey, Lena.
Well, that's not too. Yeah, you said you weren't that far from.
From STS, yeah. I don't really know exactly where Dalton, Georgia's at, but
I've been through Dalton, Georgia on my way to Florida from when I lived in Ohio. I think that they have a big carpet factory there, don't they?
That's what I remember of Dalton, Georgia.
Hi, Jeff.
Everyone, don't forget
Look
to
at
vote
Kiki
in the
taking
poll
up
at
for
the
my
top of the
Jaynie.
chat.
Go, girl.
Whoever pisses Jaynie off, she's gonna whoop them.
Whoop 'em, girl. Whoop 'em.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Love and kisses, hugs and hearts and all that good stuff.
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Jimmy, that cheeseburger was for you.
I'll tell you the story behind that one, or you won't get it, everyone. But Nippy goes around breaking hearts. She normally sends the hearts after things she says. Well, one night she was just being random, and she sent a cheeseburger, and she broke some poor guy's heart because he didn't have a heart.
That was you, Jimmy.
Oh, I just did it because I was hungry. I was hungry. And he lived near a McDonald's, so hey.
Yeah, so it was good. To me, heck, I'd rather have a cheeseburger any day than a heart.
Amen, sister. I'm hungry all the time at nighttime. Jim says heartbreaker. Jim, I'm really not a heartbreaker. I'm just an old average country dude. Girl,
Yes, we were all
whatever.
younger and more naive.
Don't believe her. She'll break your heart, Jim.
We were shiny and new.
Red Roadrunner. Now, I've seen Red Roadrunner in several different chats I've been in. So she's getting around on here pretty good in the different chats.
See, I have a good memory for that, but I can't remember important things. I do, however, remember the carpet place in Dalton, Georgia. Which
You did good.
I'll never need to know that. But
And
you
I
asked
still
me my
remember
social
it.
security number, and I'm like,
Everything
1,
I've
2,
forgotten in
3.
my life.
I don't know.
But I know that Dalton, Georgia has a huge carpet
Hey,
warehouse.
Carney.
Carney made it. I thought you had a hot date.
Yeah, lover boy. What's going on with you?
You want to give us the deets?
Give us the tea. That's the new saying now, the tea.
The
I haven't
tea.
had a hot date in so
Nippy
long. I
cracks me up.
forget what they are.
That's the new saying. All the cool kids are
Hot
doing
dates
it.
don't exist anymore for me.
Oh, well, don't worry about that Red Road Runner. Go where you want to go, like who you want to like, and just don't even worry about it.
It's hard, Red Roadrunner. I'm gonna call you Red if that's okay. It's hard.
Becky,
because
me
you do
too,
wanna be
because
nice
I
to
don't remember
everybody,
it.
and you don't want to
It's all new to
cause
me.
trouble. I don't want to cause trouble. I get it, like in different people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hi, Deborah. It's great to see you in here. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, there's Deborah. Deborah Daily Family Life. Hey, Deborah, hon. Hearts to you. I see you everywhere too, honey. Hope you're doing good.
Carney's all tuckered out. It must have been a hot, hot date.
Ooh, Carney.
Carney, phone line's open. Give us a call.
Yes, Nippy had the nighttime
Hey, Carney,
lunch.
keep it at least PG, okay? No rated R stuff in here. Ah.
Oh, goodness.
Hey, Jaynie, I'm just killing time until somebody calls in or has a question, but tonight I sat down and on Turner Classic Movies, Gone with the Wind on, which means no commercials, and it's awesome.
You're going to not believe this, but, I have never
Yep,
watched
the
that
beginning
whole
of
movie all the way through.
2018, Deb.
Girl, that is a good movie. I mean, it was filmed, I think, in 1939, but it still looks, like it doesn't look like an antique or anything, whatever I'm trying to say.
Yeah. I probably know more about Gone with the Wind from watching Carol Burnett
Yep.
than I do from actually watching Gone with the Wind.
Oh my God, I love that. I
Yeah.
just saw it in the window and I couldn't resist. And she walks down with the curtain, like through her
Jimmy.
shoulders. And I'm like, you go, Carol. That was my hero growing up. I
Oh,
love
Nippy
Carol
is a
Burnett.
little lady.
Me too. Yeah, she's got the curtain rod coming out of her shoulder.
That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. So I know more about it, that version of it, than the actual real one.
Hey guys,
We
that's
all
on
kinda
YouTube
did,
too.
Deb.
So you
We
can
didn't
check
know
that
any
out
better.
because I catch myself doing that sometimes, looking at some of the old Carol Burnett episodes.
Like I
because they
said,
were so fun.
we were
I miss stuff
naive.
like that on TV.
We
I
didn't
do
think
too, and I
people
noticed
were
that they
as
have
awful
the
as they
DVDs,
really are.
the set for sale, but my gosh, they're expensive.
Really?
Yeah, I think the last time I looked them up, which has probably been a year or two ago, they were like $300 for the full set. And I was like, no, thank you. They might be cheaper now, though.
Gosh, that sounds pretty high.
Yeah, I remember Boots. He was a mess.
Oh, I'm missing out on chat here. Let's see.
Red says that she takes up for people sometimes. I get it, Red. I'm like that myself. Sometimes I do that. I don't do it much, but when I do it, you know.
Yeah, I have a habit of taking up for people that I really feel like I have fun with. So sometimes I just have to stop myself and say, okay.
Just like that. Yeah,
Is it
that was a
worth
crazy night. Bob used to
You're
call
probably
in,
gonna-
and then Boots called in the
And then I
same
just
night
do
one
it anyway.
time.
Yeah. Because I think there's some people that do need that sometimes. I don't know why I feel like I have to step in and do it, but I do it.
Hi, Marnie.
Hey, Marnie.
Everyone, if you don't mind, while you're here, if you could hit the thumbs up button for us, we'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss us when we go live. We're hoping that eventually
Yep,
this
he
will
likes
pick up
the
to where we
Nippy
get more
aid.
phone calls in as people hear what's going on. Tell your friends they can remain anonymous. They don't have to give their names. If they want to, they can. They can also DM me on Twitter. And if they want to remain anonymous with their question or their advice thing that they want to know about,
No, that was some
just
different
put in
guy
the Twitter
calling.
DM that they don't
I
want
can't
their name
remember
said,
what
and I
his
will
name
not
was.
say it.
Yeah, and we're new at this again. This is the second time we've done it. And Janie's got her equipment down on her end, but I'm like duct taping it together over here. So maybe I'll get my stuff figured out soon. And,
Now, she just
we'll
said
have
this
some
is
fun
the
with
second
this. Let's
time
just
we
have
did this,
fun.
but
It's
if
too
there
darn
was one
serious on
before
here,
this,
you
I
know?
don't have it.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I agree. We just want something
I guess we
lighthearted and
missed that
fun
one.
before
Yeah,
we
Bob
can
had a
finally
lot of
punk
fish
out at
tanks.
night. I know a lot of people probably get the drama hangover like I do, and then I'm all kind of wound up before bed. So we just want to do something fun and get people laughing
Bob and Boots
before
were
they go to
both
bed at night. There's
Canadian.
no better way to go to bed at night than happy and feeling good.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Deborah, thanks for hitting the like button and subscribing. We appreciate that.
Thanks so much. You guys are the greatest. And we do hope that as we work the
Becky.
kinks out and we actually get our backdrops and all that done, and we go where you'll see us reacting and
I
talking.
think I
and all
will,
that you'll
Conklin.
keep coming in and take us a little while to get everything set up. I am a little bit more stressed than Nippy is at this time because I'm not afraid to hit buttons without knowing what happens.
Janie is more organized than Nippy. That's for sure.
And that is
Hey,
scary.
Red, thanks for loving my dog. Her name's Dingles. I appreciate
Deedles,
it, honey. I
deedles,
love her too.
deedles.
How did you come up with the name Beatles?
You know, my best friend, she's got a couple little dogs before I got my dog. And I think she would call one of them sometime and go like, hey, doodle or something. So I started calling my dog Dingles. I guess that's where I got that at. But her real name is Bella, Bela, not two L's, but one L, like Bella Fleck and the Fleck Tones, if anybody knows who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Bella.
Beatles is a very unique name. I've never heard that name before, and I think I've heard just about every dog name ever. So, good job.
Marnie, that is a pet skunk. That's her beanie baby pet skunk. And she takes that skunk and she will bury it in the pine needles and she wants it in the bed with her at night. And she carries it around like it's a puppy in her mouth all the time because she's never had puppies. So
Aw,
very observant there,
Deedles.
Marnie. That's right. It's a pet skunk.
PG said she walked 8 blocks today and has been in a lot of pain. Well, I hope you're feeling better, Gigi. And Red Roadrunner says pain because of lupus. I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry. I hope both of you get feeling better.
Oh, yeah. And Gigi, honey, 8 blocks is a lot.
It is. I don't think I could walk 8 blocks without taking a break.
Honey, I couldn't do it. Maybe you need to cut back a little bit, but, ask your doctor,
Okay, Lena, thank you for coming in. Tell Les hi from us. We're usually over there, and we probably will be
Oh,
after we're done here. Because
this
we
is when
usually go and say
Les would be
goodnight.
on too late at
thank you
night.
so much
and
for
we used
coming.
to
Come
go
back
over there.
again. I'm on the phone and trying to figure out how to get.
Rest in
my-
peace,
my phone.
Les.
See you, Lena.
So
Oh,
much
yeah,
has
you have a
changed
dapper
since
one?
then.
Cool. They're pretty too.
Deborah, from what I've heard, you can't make mods from a phone. You need to do it from a laptop or a desktop.
Gigi, I sleep all day till now. Gigi, honey, I'm an on and off sleeper all day. I get it.
Me too. Carney's saying Nippy.
Where? I think my chat is a little bit behind, guys. So just kind of ignore me because my laptop's old. And it took me 15 minutes to get the thing going. What is it, Carney? You're saying Nippy what now? Honey, did you ask me a question and I didn't see it? Probably.
What kind of dog is Opie,
Can you
Judy?
see it, Jaynie?
Yes, rest in
I just
peace,
see the
Les.
question Nippy. Nippy.
Oh. What, Carney?
He wants to know if you're eating chips.
No, I'm not. I was smoking a cigarette there for a minute. Sorry about that, buddy.
It sounds like you're
Jimmy,
digging
well,
in a
you're gonna have
sandbox or
to
something.
Does it?
click in
Yeah.
on your old troll account more
Really?
often so you can
Carney's
find
in
me when I'm
sounded like
live. I
you were
miss you.
eating chips.
Guys, if I start sounding bad, let me know.
Oh, it didn't sound bad. It just sounded like you were very busy.
Oh, does it sound like that now?
No.
I might have been breathing hard. Who knows?
No, it sounded like you were rattling paper or something. For real says it's your mic.
For real, honey, we're going to go get us a microphone, okay? Sweetie, I've got my earbuds in. Yep, that's the microphone I'm using.
Yeah, for real is going to help Nippy get set up so
Yeah,
that
she
she's
passed away.
ready to go.
I think like maybe a
For
little
real
over a
is
month ago.
IT tech man #1 for me. He helps me
She
so
had
much,
been
and I
sick
love him
for
for
quite
it.
a while, I think.
Church of the Psychotic Wingnut Cult. Welcome to the room.
Wingnut for life here now.
And again, I'm going to put this number up here and my Twitter so you can DM me. All it takes is one person to call in again when we get this going. We've had 2 callers tonight. Both were very nice and very fun.
And both got put on about the same time.
And everyone got to talk all at once. It was a party up in here.
There's a party going on right here.
A celebration to
Last throughout the year. Sing it, girl. That's
Nippy
what
and I
you
would
do.
break out into song
And
anytime we
your
got the
laughter
opportunity.
too. We
We
gonna
gonna celebrate and
party with you. Come on.
come on now. That's right.
Oh my gosh, I miss
That's
Nippy
right.
so
Party
much.
going on right here.
That's funny as crap. I love it when somebody makes a comment or says something and I automatically think of a song and I just start singing that song in my head.
I know. That's probably what half of these are going to be when we do them.
Does anybody else do that? Are we the only two? I know we're not the only two.
Are we the only spontaneous singers in the room?
Gigi says, ha ha ha, Suki Suki.
Ah, Suki Suki.
Oh, I love Shih Tzus. They're so cute, Judy.
Carney, what kind of face is that? I make you blush. For real's dancing. I see his little dancing person.
Yeah.
3 times is the
that's
charm.
funny.
I'm not
I love
sure
the emojis too.
what you mean, but hello,
Guys, I
blessed,
will
not a
throw
mess.
the emojis out there like nothing. I'm like, yes, this is my other way of talking.
We will throw the emojis out there like emojis.
That's right. Emojis, I love them.
Like emojis on half-price sale, y'all. Buy one, get one free up in her.
That's right. And
Yes,
her.
I am that kind of
That's
person
right.
who laughs at
Gigi
themselves.
says, I can't
Hello,
sing no more
Shauna.
since surgery. Girl, I hope your voice comes back. I think I've got pneumonia right now. I can
We're listening
barely
to the
talk.
very first official Nippy and Jaynie
much
show
anymore either, but that's just
from
because
March
I
22nd,
smoke too much, and I
2018.
really need to quit.
Me too, Jaynie.
And I
Me
still
too. I
haven't
hear you,
quit.
girl, on that.
I'm gonna do
Nippy,
it one
come
day.
back. You can blame it all on
It's
me.
just such a nasty,
I was
bad
wrong, and I just can't
It is.
if you're
live
at home a
without
lot
you.
and you're bored. I'm like, yeah, I could be cleaning the kitchen or smoking a cigarette. I'm thinking, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
Oh, yours isn't gonna come
Becky,
back. And
you went to all your different things.
What kind
to
of
vote.
surgery are you having, hon? Oh, close to the vocal cords. Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna, when that comes up and you let us know, we're gonna keep you in our prayers and our thoughts.
Yes, honey, we will.
I feel so much better now that I know I'm not the only one who smokes in here. Deborah wants to quit too.
We can, Conklin, yes.
I think there's a lot of
Even
people
if
that
I could just
smoke
get her to
that
like
won't
do one show a
say that
month
they
with
smoke.
me,
And I get
we
it.
would make it a big,
Yeah.
grand Nippy and Jaynie
It's
monthly
kind of,
party.
Thanks, Deborah.
It went from being
Hey,
one of those
Wilby.
things where everyone did it to now it's one of those things that you kind of feel ashamed of.
I know. I wish I'd never started.
Me too.
Oh, Gigi's got a problem with her thyroid. I got you, girl.
Gigi, are they going to be able to get it all out? Have they said? Or will you have to do like radiation after to be sure? I know that a lot of times with thyroid cancer, it's got a high rate of being successful, just removing it.
Well, Gigi, we'll be thinking about you, honey. You let us know when your surgery or procedure's coming up. Let us know, beforehand. I know it's in April. That's not too far off, but, remind us so we can send you some prayers, honey.
Definitely.
Hey, Red, you smoke too? I see that.
It'll be interesting
We all
when I
wish
pick
we
another
did.
run of these to review, and I just do
It's
them
one of those
randomly. I
crazy
won't
things
listen
that
to
you
them
wonder
first,
why you ever
but
started.
to see, how
I
the
know it.
energy picked up as we added
Sometimes you get around
music
people
and
that do it.
all that
and
kind of stuff.
I know just for me.
Yeah,
just
Nippy
for
and
my own
Jaynie's big
personal story,
monthly.
I got around somebody who smoked, and I couldn't stand to be around it. And so I started smoking, and then I could stand to be around it, and then it led to
Nippy and Jaynie's big monthly
cheeseburger.
extravaganza.
Sending you all my love.
We're gonna have to put something after big monthly.
Anyone. That number's up there. Anyone can call.
There's Jamie Katz. Hey, Jamie Katz.
Don't mind my digging in a little bag here if you hear some rattling. I've got some Starburst jelly beans here, the reds, and I love them.
I can't believe I liked Starburst jelly beans. I don't like jelly beans.
I've got a
Must have
call.
been a
I don't know
phase.
how to mute this thing. You in the hole, Nip. What does that mean?
Yeah, Gigi, they're just the reds, which I love. Because everyone...
Did y'all hear that? I had to cough. Sorry.
Did y'all hear that? I had to call.
I hate digging through the bag to only find the pink, the reds, and the watermelon, the strawberry, and the cherry.
That's the only flavors I want. I don't want the green and stuff.
Me too. So now they make these whole bags of just the reds. I love it.
Yum.
I was a different person then. I don't
like the
jelly
yellow
beans.
ones, the green ones. I don't really like that any kind of candy. Like the lifesavers used to dig to get the red
Oh my
one
God,
out,
Conklin, you need to go
Mhm.
away. Yuck.
Do they even
Black
make
jelly
lifesavers?
beans. Ugh.
I don't know.
But I always wanted to get the red one because I didn't want the crappy color.
Do
mean, those
You
are
tell them, Becky.
you guys remember the Lifesaver storybooks that you get at Christmas time?
Oh yeah, they still have those. I think.
Do they?
I think I saw them last Christmas, like at Big Lots or something.
Cool. I'm sorry, I have jelly beans stuck to the side of my teeth.
How
Hey,
rude.
Gigi went to the Jelly Belly company. Yum, girl, that was good. I bet.
Don't they have like 100 different flavors of jelly beans there?
Yes,
Hey, Carrie.
like any kind of flavor. Like if you want popcorn flavor, you can get that.
I can't imagine popcorn flavored jelly beans.
Yuck.
They'd probably be good.
Yeah.
Friday night trailer park's
I
getting
think I had some blue
wild.
ones from there one time, but I don't know what flavor it was. They were good.
Generally, anything that's blue, I don't like because it's usually like blue raspberry, I think they call it.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't like the blue ones.
We didn't know each other before YouTube,
I like the
Lucy. We
red.
met on
Give me
YouTube.
cherry flavored, strawberry,
We used to
watermelon.
both hang out over on the
Yeah, I
porch
would
with
say
Shoot the Shit.
watermelon is always my
And they
favorite.
did a
It's got an
singing
apple
competition,
flavor.
and Nippy
That
was
will
in
usually
it.
be my second
And
one.
as soon as
And
I
then my
heard her
third one is
voice
always the orange
and
ones.
saw her on the camera, I was just like, she's going to be my
I
friend.
don't like
and
the apple
we hit
flavor.
it off, and it
Like
was like
in,
we've known each
the-
other
What's
our
those
whole
candies, Jolly
lives.
Ranchers?
Yeah.
And she just,
Yeah.
she's just my
I don't do
favorite
the
person in the
apple.
whole world.
Red says the popcorn jelly beans taste like dirty feet.
Ooh.
And what I want to know, Red, is how you know what dirty feet taste like.
Yeah, don't be eating no dirty feet now. That's not
Yeah,
healthy.
Red Road Runner. We still
But
never
nothing's
got an
healthy, so
answer.
what you gonna do?
We need to know how
Exactly.
you know what
For
dirty
real,
feet
he loves
taste like.
blue.
Anyone who's been around the chat rooms might have seen me say once or twice that I have OCD. And so I wonder if anyone else does these weird things that I do. I don't know that these are necessarily related to OCD, but like I can't eat a green and a yellow M&M together. I have to eat two together, but they have to always be the same color, even though they taste the same. Is anyone else a weirdo like that?
Lucy, that's just how we were. It was like
Anyone?
we
Anyone?
just felt like we had known each other forever.
Jaynie, it looks like you're the only one.
Some that make you feel better. Color.
Oh, I'm sure there's people that do that.
Yeah,
we
anything
said
that's colored.
we
I
said,
have to
F
have
you,
two
we
of
don't
them,
need no
and they have to be the same
mans.
color,
we don't need
or
no
I
man.
just can't do it.
That's okay.
Oh, Red's husband does that. Separates them like that. Yeah, I'll put them like on my desk and separate them out by two and by color. And if I have an extra one left over, I usually give that to the hubby.
That's awful sweet of you.
I think it's one, the odd numbered one. See, I know tons of people who do that. They just pour some out in their hand and toss them in their mouth. And to me, that seems like the epitome of freedom.
I do that.
To just be able to just pour them out and pop them in your mouth would be so great, but I cannot do that.
Jamie Cat says that I'm assuming it's a she, but it might be a he. I can't drink out of certain cups. I get that.
Yeah, me too.
Like I think like drinks and stuff are so much better out of glasses than like plastic cups. Is that weird?
No, my mom is that way. We were never allowed to have plastic cups in our house. So when we were kids, we had to learn how to be very careful with glasses. As I got older, I would actually rather have a plastic cup now, because with a plastic cup, I don't feel so bad. Like if I want to take my drink with me while I go somewhere.
That's true. You're right. Well, nowadays plastic's fine because I don't want to have to clean it up and wash all the crap, so I just throw it away.
Gigi says she's like that with makeup. She can't buy one, she'll have to buy two. I imagine that could be expensive, Gigi.
Yeah, we skipped the
Get
food
that
for
stuff
now.
on sale, girl.
Oh,
She's probably going to Sephora or something, getting her some nice stuff.
oh my goodness.
It was really
Deborah says,
odd,
"Me
Judy.
too,
We
Nippy."
did. We
I
had
got you,
chemistry.
Deborah. I feel ya.
Like
I
I
get
said, it
tired
was
of
like
cleaning
we've
up all the
known each
time.
other
I
forever.
hate to do dishes, and I love to cook, but I hate to clean it up.
I'm the same way. I love cooking, hate the cleanup. Hi, Spirit Wolf. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Come back and see us some other time when
If you
you're not
haven't
going to
voted
be
yet,
worn
please
out.
take a minute to vote in the
What
poll
we're
at the
doing is
top
a
of the
call-in
chat
show.
on whether
We
Nippy
haven't
should
had many
come
calls
back.
yet, but we did have a couple, and it was fun. So stop in and see us, and hopefully we'll get more people who want to call in.
Night, Spirit Wolf. Gigi has to have every color of highlighters.
Girl, I would be broke.
Girl, when I was younger, I loved makeup and would put money into makeup. But nowadays, nah, not so much.
Have a good night, Spirit Wolves. Sleep well. Yeah, I used to go out all out on makeup and everything. But even then, back when I was into makeup, I just bought like whatever the pharmacy had or whatever Walmart had, like Maybelline, Revlon, CoverGirl, stuff like that. Now they have got really expensive makeup out there.
You know, I noticed that all makeup, even
Yes,
at the drugstore,
we were
is
teaching cup
expensive.
etiquette.
Really?
We taught
I mean, I used to
makeup.
work, I'm not
we,
going to
ta- we
say
taught so much.
what type of makeup I sold, but it was an expensive brand of makeup in a
I did too,
store.
Deb. I was like, wait,
And
is Spirit Wolf here and leaving?
now I see the prices from back then, and that was a long time ago. But the prices at the drugstore were just as high as they were getting them at the big
Aaron
department
earlier
store.
kept saying,
years
I
ago.
can't see
Good
Mama
night, for
Cat.
real.
I'm like, because
Have a
she's
good
not
night
in
and come
here,
back.
Aaron.
Night for real. I love you.
Get Nippy's stuff together so that she's not over there for the first 20 minutes trying to get online.
I'm so sorry about that. I'm never prepared sometimes.
I'm never prepared sometimes.
Well, most of the
I
time
love
I'm not
Nippy.
prepared.
You just said, I'm never prepared sometimes.
See, I am so predictable.
You're never.
Okay, I'm never prepared. How's that?
My brain always
I
works
know,
the
right,
same.
Red? Walgreens is high. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
making America
I
great
can't imagine
again.
walking into an Ulta or a Sephora and
Oh, gosh,
I remember
that's
those,
expensive.
Conklin.
buying
You'd
like
get your
more than
jelly
one
or your
thing.
peanut butter
I
in
would
those jars, and then when
Probably
they
just
were
freak
empty,
out.
you washed them and you used them as a glass. They had like the
I
Flintstones
think
on them
Walgreens
and
is
stuff like
expensive on
that.
everything, and that's where I get my prescriptions and stuff if I have to have something filled. But I'm like, you know me, I'm driving through the drive-through. You know, I'm not going in. But the times I have been in, it's expensive.
Me too, Deb.
Okay, for real, we'll get together, honey. We'll go over all the stuff that I need. You have to make me a checklist, but keep it within my budget, please.
Nippy, come back.
Red, you've never been in an
You can
Ulta or a
blame it
Sephora
on
or in a
me.
Walgreens? No, you said Walgreens was high, so I know
and
you've
I
been in a
just
Walgreens.
can't
Jaynie,
live
you're so
without
much like
you.
me.
Why?
Because you went, no, wait a minute. You haven't? Or you I'm glad this is in writing in the chat because I'm like, now what did you say again?
Yes.
I've never been in one. Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Oh my
Ulta's
goodness.
having
I
a
just realized what
21-day
that
sale.
was.
Girl, you better get to that
Oh.
then.
I just heard my
Will it
Sadie
be
Mae
online,
bark
too?
in
'Cause
the
I don't have a store
background.
near
She
me.
died. And I have her on
If it's
here. I have
online,
her
I'm
voice
there.
on here. My little May.
I live like way out in,
She was my beagle.
I live
who
in a
lived to be
town,
20.
but
She was 20
it's
years old.
nothing. They have nothing here.
And
I
I
have to
just
drive at
heard
least
her.
45 minutes to get to like any kind of mall or outlet store or anything like that.
Same here. I have to drive 60 miles to get to a mall.
Mm-hmm. But I can do some online shopping now.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't heard her little voice in so long.
I'm probably I'm in their top 500 customers.
Hey, do you have like that Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I do. I love it. I know a lot of people say it's not worth the money, but I've not seen that because I order so much.
Yeah.
The free shipping, I would pay more than $99 a year in shipping. And
I see.
have it in 2 days. Sometimes even with Prime, you'll get the free next day shipping.
Oh, Gigi says that sells online.
Oh, I
You
was
want to?
all over that. But see, when I was into makeup a lot, I was younger, and like I said, I used to go buy like the CoverGirl, Revlon, Maybelline, stuff like that. Well, now that I'm a little bit older, my skin doesn't react to those makeups that I was used to as well. And so I'll get like CoverGirl foundation, and I'll realize that all the little tiny lines in my face show. So I really need to find a foundation and makeup that is more for 40-some-year-old women.
Oh my God, I was
I
only
hear you on
40 something
that.
back then. I'm
Mhm.
51 now.
I tell you, a good
What has
makeup
happened?
and a good makeup line. I like that philosophy stuff. and it is pricey, but I don't really wear makeup much anymore. But I like their body shower gels and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
But they last forever, and they do have makeup in that.
And based on this,
Now, I used to
I
get that
bought
from
some
QVC.
philosophy stuff, and Nippy
Oh,
is
okay.
right. It's very good stuff.
Lancome, Gigi says, I have used a lot of Lancome stuff in the past.
That's good stuff.
So
Yeah.
see, I even got
But what I
tips
usually
on
use
good
was when
products
my grandma,
on this
and I
show.
know this sounds terrible, but my grandma would get something and then get like the free gifts with it. She would give me a free gift, the little trial sizes or whatever, and I did like that stuff. But at the time, and I hate to say it, I thought, oh, Lancome's for old ladies, and now I'm like, I need to get me some Lancome.
Oh,
tell
Judy,
you,
I'm so
That
sorry.
Lancome's good. Estee Lauder.
Honey, I'm so
That's
sorry. That
really
is
good.
so hard.
Yeah.
It's really high.
Yeah, my grandma used to do the
Just
Estee
find
Lauder stuff,
comfort in the
and
fact
I would
that
say the same thing
you
about
know,
it. And
you
now I'm
had
like,
him
I would give
for
anything for some Estee
18
Lauder.
years, and you gave
Oh,
him
yeah.
a good life, and he gave you
Have good moisturizers
all the love
and
he
good
had.
foundations. Clinique, yeah, Clinique's good too. Red likes Clinique. My mom uses Clinique.
I told a story
I'm
once
kinda
about
like
a
Deborah,
candy
where she
dish
says
in
she
the
only goes to like
hospital.
Rite Aid, Dollar Tree,
It
Family
wasn't
Dollar.
at a
Me too.
doctor's office.
That's
It
all
was
we have
when
in
I
my
was in the
town.
hospital
We have a Family
with
Dollar
the
and a Dollar
root beer
General
barrels.
and a grocery store with a little pharmacy area, and that's it. That's the choice for me. So unless I want to drive like 45 minutes to an hour, I'm just buying whatever Dollar General or Family Dollar has.
Me
And I
too.
order online, and I do order a lot online.
Regenerate Lift Makeup, worth it. Regenerate. Isn't that L'Oreal or something? I'm not sure.
Regenerist, yeah. I think
Yeah, okay.
Olay. Is it Olay Regenerist?
I think so.
I think that's an Olay brand, and I have tried that. I had a sample of it. Oh, okay.
Oh, Conklin, you
Energy
turned her
Lift
down.
Makeup by Lancome. I didn't know
How
about
could
that
you?
one. Okay.
No,
She
I
could have
didn't
been your
know.
starter chick.
Lancome.
When you get back in the dating game, you got to have your starter chick, the
Yeah,
one
that's
who
good
you know
makeup. I
you
just
get back into the groove
I
of
don't know if
things
it's
with,
an age
so that when you come
thing.
across
It's
the
like,
girl who's not a starter
I
chick,
guess for years when I
ready
could
to
have went
go.
without makeup, I wore makeup all the time. And now that I need it, I don't want to wear it. Does that make sense?
Yep. Makes sense to me. I'm the same way. Red, it
happy,
is kind of nice
happy.
living so far out of all that hubbub and all that. And I
Happy,
do
happy.
enjoy
We're
it,
listening to
but
the
I also
first
miss the days when I
official
lived
late
like
night with
I
Nippy and
lived right in
Jaynie
Cincinnati.
call-in show.
And if I couldn't
from
sleep
March
at night, I could go do
22nd,
my grocery shopping at like
2018.
3 a.m. That was nice. But I do like being out of all the hustle and bustle and traffic and all that
Shauna
too.
was my my starter chick. That's good, solid advice.
I bet so. You made a big.
You know,
It's
you
just a
don't
big
go jump
difference
right
from
on
coming
the
from a
most
town
expensive
that size to
Harley
where you're at now.
in the showroom. You have
It
to
is.
have
And
a
at first it
starter
was like,
bike,
oh,
right?
this is like being on vacation. Being in such a small place. The traffic is never bad. The air is fresh and clean.
I'm sure he had a wonderful
As long as I can
life,
get
too.
Wi-Fi, hey, I'm good to go. So at first it was like a vacation.
Oh,
But there are times now.
that's
like when
not a
I'm up
starter
through the
chick.
night,
That's a
and I think
finisher
I could be
chick.
getting something
That's the
done
chick who finishes
at
you
3
off.
a.m. like my
No,
grocery
you were right to
shopping or
turn her
whatever.
down.
And instead, I'm just kind of stuck in the house, not able to sleep, which is another reason why I wanted to do this show with you, Nippy.
Yeah, same here. I'm the same way. I get it totally.
Yes, Deborah, I used to live in Cincinnati, Ohio. I also lived in a really small town outside of Cincinnati called Winchester. I don't know if you've heard of it. Probably not. It's a tiny little town, but it's where my
actually a
grandparents
village.
lived, and I used to spend every summer with them there. And so I kind of loved the country feel of it, even though it was in town. I've been to Dayton several times. I can't say that I ever really stopped there to do anything, but I've been through there a lot, and it is hectic. Okay, Red, well, thanks for coming in, and look for us again probably tomorrow night. Hopefully each night when we do this, we'll get better at it, and as more people come in, maybe more people will want to call in and talk. But thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
See you, Red. Sleep good.
Bye, Red.
I lived in a town called Springfield too that wasn't too far outside of Dayton, but I only lived there for maybe 3 months, and I didn't like it there. Bye-bye.
There's a lot of people on YouTube from Ohio.
Mm-hmm. I've
Have you
noticed
noticed that?
a
I
lot
have.
from Ohio and a lot from North Carolina. I mean, I could sit here and ramble off probably 8 people I know on YouTube who are in North Carolina.
That's true. There are a lot of people from North Carolina.
It probably was the socks, Shauna.
Okay,
You're
so
right.
now what? We talked
The
about
socks and
makeup.
sandals getting the ladies.
Next. Where'd Jimmy go? He just disappeared on us.
He probably fell asleep listening to us.
Oh, I'm so glad we could put him to sleep.
He's in Cali. Are you in a city in Cali or like out in the country? In the mountains or in the beach area or
Gigi's in Cali. Okay, now, my chat's behind, guys, so I'm just going to listen to Jane.
Judy,
Okay,
I was
I see
trying
now
to
where
make it
Gigi's in
happen.
California.
I tried and
in the
tried,
city?
and
Okay.
it just wouldn't
So you probably
happen.
have lots of opportunities.
Conk didn't
then
want
for
no
good
woman, and Nippy didn't want
makeup
no man.
hauls.
And nice stuff, and get to go to
Oh,
nice
you were barefooted,
stores,
so you were showing off the
Mhm.
goods.
It's kind of neat. I worked in California one time. I worked in
Yep,
Orange,
I remember
California for a whole month.
Conklin
you like
was
it?
was out looking
I
for
love the
women, showing
California
off the
weather.
goods.
It was awesome. It was like in March, and it was like no humidity. And see, here in North Carolina, it's just humid constantly, especially in the summertime. But in March, I think it was like 70 degrees, no humidity, and it was wonderful.
Cool. Texas gets very humid where I live. Out in West Texas, it's dry. But a lot of people don't realize that Texas is so massive that it's like 2 different locations. The eastern half where I live is very humid, close to Louisiana, and so there's lots of humidity and heat and all that. But when you go out
Socks
west,
and
everything dries
Crocs.
out and it's just
Judy,
like no
you're cracking
green.
me up.
Your yards are pretty much sand and stuff. The yards here still are sand, but we do have grass and green trees and stuff like that. No, what are those things called
Yeah, it would be Conklin.
that blow in the wind?
Oh, tumbleweed things.
No tumbleweeds here. Ooh,
Gigi says she's in the Bay Area. Cool.
that would be nice. Probably perfect weather most of the year round.
I think Southern California has the nicest weather.
Everyone needs
And I think
another
it's like that
friend.
year round.
Oh my gosh, Deborah, really? That is scary.
Deb,
That's awful, Deborah.
I saw him
That
in
had to scare you
Tammy's
to death.
Spirit
It would scare
Finders
me to
chat
death. Mm.
several
I get out of
months
there
ago,
too.
but I
That's
haven't.
kind of how I felt when I
I
lived in
haven't seen him
Springfield.
around
It was
lately.
really, I don't know, just I never really felt too safe there. Lots of
Just-
characters.
Springfield's a pretty good size area, though. Isn't it?
Go get
Yeah.
your woman.
And it's not too far from Dayton. But yeah, I always felt like there were just so many shady characters around. And I even lived in a nicer
Welcome back,
part of
Hazel.
the
Yes,
town,
we do.
in
We
a
need
nice
a new
neighborhood.
romance.
But it just always felt like, something was,
I think
someone was
though
doing
that
something.
Nippy
Sirens were
would
going off.
jerk a knot.
People
in
hanging out in
Conklin's
weird
tail.
places. And I
He
don't
might
know. I
like
just
it.
thought maybe there was a lot of drugs and stuff there. So I didn't stay there very long.
In the daytime around 4 p.m., it's so bad. What's so bad? Like
Sweet
people or
memories.
traffic or what?
Quit thinking about Nippy's boobs,
You see that
Jimmy.
comment? I'm not just talking to myself.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
And I was thinking, that's how it kind of was in Springfield too. It could be broad daylight and people were just really shady.
Look, Gigi got her purse snatched today.
Oh,
Wow.
She was scared she'd get her purse snatched.
Oh, she was scared. Okay. Sorry, I misread that. That's a bad feeling.
So we know not
My
to go to San
goodness.
Jose if we ever get
We're
out
only
that way.
halfway through this show. It's a
Oh,
3-hour
and
show.
Mm.
Never
Do you
said
guys
this
want me to
happened
keep
with the
playing it, or are
robbers
you getting bored?
in Broad?
In the daytime.
That's crazy.
That's scary. That's scary.
I can understand why you're ready to get out of there. I don't think I'd ever feel safe again if someone came into my house and did that.
Deborah, maybe you guys can move sometime.
How did I used to do 3-hour shows?
But I hope you
I
can.
don't have the attention for
I mean, if it would make you feel
that
safer.
anymore. And we were doing this every night.
I can't even imagine that.
No, I
I
can't.
really was a different person.
I mean,
back
I live
then.
in a pretty safe, small town. I mean, it really is a good town. It's just small.
Well, there's a lot of crime here where I live, but it's not violent crime. It's more like just people stealing stuff off your front porch or out of your yard, stuff like that. Lots of property damage and stuff, but not the violent stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty violent. That would really scare me.
Yeah.
Gigi says that there's crazy people and homeless people there, and they're bad. Or they're bad there. There's a lot of them. Wow.
Hi, Vicki. How are you? Deborah, I hope you guys are able to get into a better location. That is really scary.
Deborah, honey, I hope y'all do find somewhere. I really do. That you feel safe. Hey, Vicki.
Hey, Eric, look, we got a whole get together going on.
What you doing up this late at night, Miss Vicki?
We were, Conklin, and I think that's what made it so much fun, is that we weren't really doing any topics. We were just chatting like good old friends and enjoying other people chatting with us.
Yep, just like the rest of us.
We were younger. Exactly.
We're good.
And yes, Hazel, you did call in drunk and kept us busy.
Show. And you can either call the number on the screen.
Maybe a little, Conklin. Maybe a little creepy stalkerish. But, if she
DM
knows
me
that
on
we
Twitter
put you up to it, that's not too
You can remain
creepy
totally
stalkerish.
anonymous if you want to ask questions or would like advice, anything like that.
Vicki's got insomnia too.
Throw your walker and attack him. Yeah, that'd be a good weapon. Kentucky lost. Okay. Is that the Wildcats? Now watch me look like an idiot, like I know about sports or something.
I know nothing about, I don't know that much about sports.
The only thing I ever really know about is football. And that's just because Luke talks about it so much to me. Oh, okay, you're in Kentucky. I see.
Kentucky, the bluegrass state. Kentucky is a
Hazel.
beautiful state.
It really is.
Please don't suggest that he shows up at her door with the anal loop.
Whenever I go from here in Texas to Ohio to visit my family, I go through Lexington. And what I do is I get on the original, I can't think what it's called now, but it's the old highway. I get off the interstate and get on the old highway and go like right through all the horse, I don't think they're called horse farms. I can't think what they're called. What are they called?
They do have a bunch of horse farms there.
Yeah, but the old homes and stuff, like
colonial homes, plantation homes.
Yeah, with all the fences and the rock wall fences and all that. I love it. That is the most beautiful drive of the whole trip.
I bet it is. And that's the home of bluegrass music, and I love bluegrass music.
Mm-hmm.
Deborah says she wants to move out in the country. Deborah,
Yeah.
honey, I hope y'all
You
can
gotta
find
wait
a
till
place
the
out in
second
country.
date for that. Exactly.
Yeah, I do too. If not in the country, maybe just a really small town. Oh yes, Lexington is just beautiful.
I'm gonna put it on
I love to
1.5
take the
speed.
historic highway through there.
You know, my sister, my mom, and some other family members went to Virginia Beach up in that area. And we took the scenic route. And there's a lot of like old plantations and stuff. And it was absolutely gorgeous in Virginia. It's
Is
got
that too
history to it, you know?
fast?
Mm-hmm.
We went to see that Broadway musical, Wicked. It was really good.
Oh, I want to see that so bad.
We did, and it was great.
I had tickets to go see it when it was here in Dallas, and I ended up having to sell them because I couldn't go when it came out. It broke my heart.
Oh. Well, maybe if it comes back around, we'll get to see it.
Right.
Did you see my family?
Frenchie.
It's from country farms, or they grew up farming. Hey, I get that. There's a lot of farming in this area, North Carolina.
Deborah, that's what we were hoping for. We just wanted a place where after everyone had their drama fix, we could just come in and chill out and maybe have some laughs and talk about some serious stuff and just kind of have a really nice place to just relax for a couple hours before we go to bed.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been in a funk over it too, Gigi. I just, it's all a little overwhelming for me sometimes. And I'm not even involved in it. I don't know sometimes how the people who are involved in it aren't just worn out.
I personally had no idea that all these chatting things went on because I always used to watch YouTube for years just to watch the videos, music videos, documentaries, things like that. And then I kind of drifted off into the, where people have their own shows and stuff. But I never knew that a lot of drama and stuff,
Yep, I was the same way. I was just on YouTube watching dog and cat videos and stuff like that, to cheer me up.
Yeah.
One time,
just crazy stuff, yeah.
One time I saw this little red thing that said live now, and I thought, and I clicked on it, and I was brought into a whole new world of YouTube.
That's what
and I
happened.
didn't even know at this point how
it was great.
Whole world,
and it's still great. I love it.
Whole new
But
world it
the past
was.
couple weeks have been a little heated, so I just kind of laid back just a little bit.
What kind of product reviews do you do?
Dueling
Everything or
dances
just
and
makeup
anal
or-
lube.
Now I've watched some of Gigi. She does some good hauls there. I like to watch those. So you were like me, Deborah. You were like, oh, I am down a rabbit hole here. When you were just watching regular videos, and then you realize, oh my gosh, there's a whole other world going on.
It's a whole different world.
And my life hasn't been the same ever since.
World.
I watch half as much TV, less than half. Most of the time I'm on YouTube. Isn't that crazy?
Anything I can watch on TV, I can watch on my computer. So, yeah.
Well, that's true. That's true. Vicky does mostly makeup. My
Jimmy, right. It was an offshoot of Spirit Finder, but with less
like
cord.
guardianship of children, or I didn't realize though that people did this and like made a living doing it, and that just blew my mind.
So what do? They go out and buy it at a good price, and then they just sell it to other people. Is that how that works?
What are you talking about?
The makeup hauls, or do they keep the makeup and just use it themselves and stuff?
I think they keep it and then they review it and let you know if it's good and all that. But I was saying I didn't realize that. I thought YouTube was just putting up videos of dogs and cats and funny babies and stuff,
Oh yeah, just all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, and then when I found the live part, I realized that there are people who actually make a living doing YouTube, which blew my mind away.
Yeah, it kind of did mine too. But I also found that it helped me on the times like when I had insomnia, which I always do, that I could turn it on and I could watch, live people talk.
Yeah. Oh, that's really neat, Vicky.
Vicky, that's awesome.
And Gigi, yes, I do too. I usually fall asleep with documentaries playing.
Oh, Jaynie, I subscribe to your channel. And I don't know if you remember this person or not, but you're kind of smart, so I think maybe you will. Do you remember William F. Buckley?
The name sounds familiar.
Well, he used to do this show on PBS or whatever. It was called Firing Line. I'm talking, it started back in the 60s and 70s.
Okay.
Where the show, somebody's uploaded all his old interviews. And he was a debater. He would interview like famous people and stuff. And it's really interesting. If you could check out some of those videos, you'd probably like those.
Yeah, I probably would, and I will do that. I have never watched Pet Ranch, Deborah. What is that? Is that the name of the channel? While we're waiting on that, has anyone else seen that they're making a Mr. Rogers movie?
I saw that.
Love the Mr. Rogers
I saw that they were
movie.
making it. Who's going to star in it?
I don't know. I didn't look fully enough into it yet to know all that. I was just so excited to see the that they were doing it. because that man was like my idol. I loved him.
Jimmy, it's a long stream. It's a 3-hour long stream, and we were only halfway through it.
And I wish there were more people who did things like that.
Yes, Vicky.
Where did I used to have the time to sit and just
I love animals too, Gigi. I can sit and watch
shoot the
videos
breeze
all day
for 3 hours.
Pandas, gorillas, giraffes, dogs, cats. The only thing I don't like to watch are like the ones that they put on there of like lions or tigers when they're attacking other animals. I cannot stand to see animals be hurt. And I don't know how those people do that job to be able to just stand there with a camera and watch it and not intervene. I'd be the person out there like trying to shoo off the line, getting hauled, you know.
Yeah, that would be rather dangerous, I think.
Yep. It's kind of to me like I think a comedian said once before, and I don't know who it was or who to give credit for it, but like when they film the starving children and stuff, and they want you to send in money, and how can the cameraman stand there and film these children and not like be giving them their lunch, giving them their food, stuff like that.
I know it's heartbreaking.
I would just want to bring all of them home with me, and I'm the same way with animals. I could never work at like a animal shelter or something because I'd end up being an animal hoarder.
Yeah, that happens.
Yep, and that would be me. I'd be the woman living in a house with 50 dogs and 80 cats, and it would just 20 chickens. Anything that came in, I'd just be like, "Oh, baby, come home with me." You like to watch the wild animals? Yep, I do too. As long as the animals aren't hurting each other.
Yes, Hazel, it was so good.
I remember that, Gigi, and you never did get him back or her back. Oh, Vet Ranch. Okay, I've heard of Vet Ranch. Gigi, that's so sad. I'm so sorry you lost your baby. Do you think he was stolen or do you think he just got away? Vicky, I think what you did was so neat.
It was, Vicky. That's a wonderful thing to do.
You think someone has him? Yeah. I hope whoever has him is at least loving him as much as you did. I know that's not really any consolation. I wish they'd bring him back.
We had it all, Judy.
You just worry that whoever has him wouldn't take care of him as well as you did.
Just like
it's over $300 to adopt an animal.
Starring in our own late show.
I would just be out of my mind if someone stole one of my babies.
Sailing away.
I had a cat, and I had this cat for 6 years, and I adopted her. A girl that I work with, her children. She wanted somebody to, take her to a good home, so I said I'll take her. And her name was Fancy, and she was like a calico cat, and she was declawed. And I had her for 6 years, and one day she just went missing. And I was sick. I mean, I'd drive up down the street, I'd look at any cars that were parked on the street, and I put a thing on Facebook, anybody around here sees this cat. I never could see her again, and I don't know what happened. But I thought exactly like what you said, Jaynie. I hope whatever happens, she's with somebody who's loving her.
Yes. Really, that's all you can do. I mean, pray and pray and pray, and then just pray that whoever ended up with them are loving them as much as they were loved where they were,
Exactly.
I think it's crazy. Like Gigi says, she still walks the street yelling things. So have you seen those where the dog is like missing for 2 years?
Just
and then
like
all of a
that.
sudden,
I don't know if maybe she changed her name or.
Oh my goodness! My sister who works for church,
Deb. Yes,
one of her choir members or whatever.
Not as often as I used to, but we do still keep in touch.
Jaynie, and he's on the back porch, screening porch, laying in like the outdoor furniture or whatever. I would pass out if that happened.
I would too. I'd probably hit my knees and just be crying.
I would go crazy like that. That is so unreal. And I'm like, thank the Lord.
Yep. Oh, we will definitely keep that in our prayers, Gigi.
I love my dogs, but I love some kitty cats too, man.
I do too. I think I'm more partial to dogs because dogs aren't quite as aloof as cats. I have, though, had cats that were very affectionate. When they're very affectionate, I like them a lot. But for the most part, most of the cats I've had have been real jerks. Yeah, I still love them, but they were just jerks. They were like, as long as you feed me, that's all I need you for,
They're very independent.
Yeah. And I just love opening the door and having dogs so excited, and the cat's like, yeah, you again?
Yeah, cats are kind of loose, you're right.
Yeah. But I love them both. And especially when they're kittens. Oh my gosh, kittens. They are the cutest.
And little puppies, they have that little smoke.
No, I sped it up, Jimmy, because it was taking so long.
See, Gigi says her cat's not a cuddler.
I don't
either.
have the attention span I used to have, apparently.
But for the most part, our cats, we're just like, as long as you give me food,
I will, Deb.
I'm good,
Most cats aren't cuddlers, but the one that I had that kind of went off that day,
I can slow it back down. I just figured you guys might be as...
I still think about it to this day.
As
Vicky has 5 cats and 2 dogs. Don't ask her how she ended up with 5 cats.
Oh.
And then Deborah has 4 dogs, a cat, and well, she has 2 dogs because her son has 1 dog. My grandson has 1 dog. Son has a cat. Okay. So we've all got little zoos going on because I've got 4 dogs. And then outside, they aren't our cats.
Yeah, I've had 2
They're actually
dogs
the
pass
neighbor's
away
cats, but
since
they
we
spend
did
most of
this
the time
show.
over here
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And oh
My
my
Sadie
gosh,
Mae, who was
there's
20,
probably 18 of them
and my
out there.
Annabella, who was 18.
And you know, they come and go. They're feral cats, but some of them are really loving.
I'll feed anything that comes up here.
It's always so
We will
hard
too.
when
And
they
just
pass
tonight,
away,
my
Deb.
husband said, "I think we've got another dog," and I said, "No, we don't," because now there's a dog coming up, and he said, called it to sit. It sat, and so I said, "So see, it has a home. Let it go home."
Gigi says her doctor wants her to get another dog.
I think
Yeah, do that.
that's a good idea. I mean, it takes different people, you know, different amounts of time. But someone who really enjoys dogs, yeah, you should eventually get another one if it helps you.
Hey, Austin Conklin.
Hi, Austin. Welcome.
Austin Conklin? Who
Deborah
the heck
has
is Austin
her
Conklin?
son has a 35-pound cat that acts like a dog.
Jimmy, are you getting your nippy
That's a
fix?
big cat.
That is
Aw,
a big
poor
cat.
Jimmy. You miss your nip.
The last cat we had in the house, because the ones that are around here now, like I said, they're feral. The last one we had in the house, his name was Kaser. And he was kind of a love boy, but then he'd want his alone time too. One night I went out to smoke on the porch and he went out with me. And I remembered seeing him walk across the yard to the neighbors. And that's the last I ever saw of him. And that just broke my heart. So we haven't, we haven't really decided that we want another house cat since, you know, he broke our heart like that. But yeah, if animals bring you comfort when you're ready to get a new one, I think it's a great idea. Well, we're just chatting in here, Austin. What we originally are doing is we're doing a call-in line for anyone who wants to call in. You can remain anonymous. You can also DM me on Twitter with any questions or subjects you'd like to talk about. You can remain anonymous. Otherwise, we're just chatting right now, cats and dogs and all that in general. We're glad to have you in here with us. Oh, a cat that lived to be 23. That's good. Yeah, cats sometimes live really long time. Our oldest dog right now, she's about to turn 19. So she's a little beagle.
Yep, and she stayed with us till she was 20.
Socko. That's a good name for a cat. Socko.
I just caught what Vicky said. Baby possums that ate with their stray cats before they moved to Lexington. You know, I used to be scared to death of possums, but when I moved down here to Texas, there are so many of them. And I've realized now that they're not mean. They act mean, but they're really not. So now I just love them.
We have a lot here too. They're scary looking.
They are, aren't they? But, you know, I've just realized that it's all show. You know, that's how they protect themselves.
Yeah, they look, you know, they have said that people eat possum. Now, I have never ate possum, but I've heard of people eating that before.
I have too. And people eating squirrel. And I couldn't imagine eating squirrel either.
Now, people around here used to eat squirrel. I know that. They will talk about something called squirrel gravy. And I'm like, I've never had it, so I can't really give an opinion on if it's good or bad, but I'm thinking no way.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to try that.
No. There's lots of raccoons around here too, Gigi. Lots of raccoons.
Yep, here too. We have raccoons when we put food out for the feral cats. the raccoons will come up and start eating with them.
I think raccoons are beautiful.
What does squirrel taste like, Austin? Is it greasy? I imagine it would be greasy for some reason.
Squirrel meat?
Yeah.
Ah. I've always heard possum was greasy meat. Have you heard that?
Oh, just like that. I love
haven't, but I can imagine that it would be.
Such little dogs and such a big attitude.
I know a lot of like the birds and stuff that people eat, the strange birds, not like chicken and stuff like that, but what are some of the birds that I've seen people eating?
There's something called grouse that's around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you heard of that? Grouse?
Yeah. And the meat always looks kind of greasy on them.
No, I haven't eaten none of that. But I know people hunt it, but I'm not a hunter either. So
You used to shoot quail for breakfast at the farm.
quail, that was another one I couldn't think of.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know people eat quail eggs.
I've never had that either. I stick to the standard chicken egg.
I know that raccoons would kill rabbits.
Raccoons can be mean. And if you see them out during the day, they probably got rabies.
Yeah, we had one up on our porch during the day one time, and it was acting all weird and out of its head. So I had to call the neighbor to come over and kill it, and I felt so terrible.
Well, honey, that rabies is bad news. I had one when I lived in a cabin down in the woods a few years ago, and it got in my car. Okay, I had the window cracked. It got in the car, and I had been to like Bojangles or something, and there was some, like from a sausage biscuit or whatever, paper laying in the floorboard.
Yeah.
And it was over there getting that stuff, and it was daylight. And I was freaking out. Like, oh my God, there's a raccoon. I'm not going over and getting that thing out. No.
Getting that stuff.
I think I called my boyfriend and I said,
I think I called
"Get
my
over here,
boyfriend.
get this thing."
I just love her.
I'm scared to death of it.
Austin said he's made squirrel stew, and it was pretty good. When I moved down here to Texas, I had to be very careful because people eat things down here that I don't want to eat. It's not that, I don't know, it's not that I've tasted them and they taste bad. I just don't want to eat certain things.
Like what? Like a snake?
Well, yeah, I don't want to eat snake. I don't want to eat gator. I don't want to eat
Cow
squirrel
tongue.
or deer or what else? Cow tongue. A lot of them down here will have like and goat meat and stuff.
No, I don't. When I went to California, there was a guy that I worked with, and he was from India. So he said, you have to come and eat some Indian, cuisine. And some of it was goat. But he didn't tell me that after the fact. And I was like, oh, Lord. I'm not doing this again.
That's why
I'm with you.
I got very careful when I moved down here, and I would always say, what's in it? And people would try and trick you because they think it's funny. It's not funny to me. I don't want, it's like I said, it has nothing to do with taste. It may taste delicious, but I do not want to eat a goat.
No, I'm not a goat eater. Sorry.
I'm not a goat
But I did
eater.
eat it that one time, but I didn't know it after the fact. And then I was kind of like,
I have seen them just like
out
that.
of here.
I don't know
Was it
what
good?
people see in chicken feet, but
It was kind of like, just like plain beef stew is, like beef chunks and then like a thick gravy over it.
Yeah.
And they used some kind of bread, which was really good, but you broke it up and you ate everything with your hands, kind of. And he was showing me how to eat it. And I did it, but
What kind of meat did you think it was?
just like beef stew or something, but it was goat.
Yeah, see, Gigi's like me. She'd be pissed off. I would literally be so pissed off if someone tricked me into eating something like that.
hey, Green Eyes, it's good to see you.
Hey, Austin says that he's from New York and they don't have Bojangles. Hey, you're probably better off by not eating it.
Go here, Jim. we're still just chatting away. We're talking about animals and what different kinds of animals people eat. And yeah, I wouldn't want to eat, like Deborah said, I don't want to eat snake, squirrel, rabbit, possum. Down here, they eat a lot of gator. They eat, like I said, in the Mexican dishes, some of them have goat meat, some of them have cow tongue. I don't want to eat any of that. And it may taste delicious, but I don't want to eat it.
Now, there's a lot of people that eat deer here in North Carolina. And I've ate it a couple of times, but it's really gamey tasting. I don't think it was cooked right. I just wanted to try a little piece of it. Man, I didn't get into it too good. Because it's a very lean meat. There's not a lot of fat on it. I'm not a deer eater, no.
Well, see, I don't want to eat deer. I would die if I knew I was eating deer. And that's not to say that I'm against other people eating it. They can go for it. I'm okay with that. As a matter of fact, people who hunt deer, I hope they do eat all of it, you know.
Yeah, I would prefer if you're going to hunt it to make sure you eat it.
Exactly. And, but I don't want to eat it. I can't rectify that in my mind, you know, that I'm eating a deer. Jim says deer is way too tough for him. And I've had people tell me, oh,
jerky,
you'd like it the way I cook it, you know, and all that.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what I figure, you know. I'm like, I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know what I'm missing out on, so I'm going to be okay.
Now, Jim, I had duck and it was greasy. I didn't like it. But then it could have been how they made it. I don't know. I'm not a fan of duck.
Austin, when they raised the goats for meat, where was that? What state was that in? Because I know a lot of people in Texas do that since they're so close to Mexico. They'll raise goats for meat and then. Oh, so even in Virginia they raise goats for meat?
Ooh.
Or was this somewhere else?
I'm going to have a cough again, you guys. Excuse me. Sorry.
You're good.
I don't know how to mute this thing.
You'll have to have your nephew tell you how.
Last time I talked to her, she was doing good. Green eyes.
Sorry, guys. I'm a computer dummy.
I need to get in touch with
I know
her.
That's the first thing everyone always says when they want you to try something. Happy birthday. Oh, you've never had it the way I cook it. The way I cook it, it's wonderful. And you're just sitting there thinking, that's what the last 30 people
So that's been about 6 days ago. I should
I'll
get in touch with her again.
No, don't want to try it.
Venison is deer meat, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Vicky's dad made summer sausage from venison.
Yeah, and I don't mind people eating it. More power to them. Like I said, if someone wants to hunt them, I hope they do eat them, you know, and go to waste. I know a lot of trophy hunters just want the antlers and stuff. And
yeah, I have nothing against it either. I mean, if that's your thing, eat up.
Yeah.
It just don't happen to be mine. And like I said, there's a lot of deer hunters and stuff around here. I'm okay with it, you know, but I wouldn't kill it for sport. I couldn't.
How have you been, Green Eyes?
That's just my heart. I just couldn't do it. But hunting for sport like that, just for the antlers and stuff, is kind of sickening to me. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. What kind of hunting do you do, Austin?
You guys, if you haven't voted in the poll at the top of the chat yet, please vote. Should Nippy come back to YouTube?
Yeah,
wow, we've had 95 votes. Awesome.
You even feel bad eating beef, Gigi? I sometimes do. I sometimes think I could become a vegetarian probably pretty easily. But I don't know. Then I get a craving for meat really bad and I don't feel so bad anymore. But really, I only eat chicken, beef, and like salmon and tuna. I don't even eat much pork unless it's bacon. I don't generally like ham and sausage and all that.
Yeah.
Even with bacon, though, I'd rather have turkey bacon most of the time.
I've never had that.
I like the turkey bacon because you can cook it in the microwave.
Mm-hmm.
And it still comes out crisp. Regular bacon doesn't do that.
Okay.
But like if I want a couple slices of bacon late at night or something, I just go pop it in the microwave and it's good to go.
Good. I'm glad you won't complain. Can't ask for much more
Hey,
than
Austin,
that.
you never told us what kind of hunting you were going to do. Or maybe you did and I missed it.
She hunts deer, duck, quail. What else do people hunt?
Pheasant, turkey.
I don't know.
Conklin hunts the ladies.
He says he almost had a deer last year, but he didn't like the shot he had.
Could
Well,
be
that was a lucky
Conklin.
day for the deer.
Yeah, it got away.
You know, I saw that, Gigi, that they have pre-cooked bacon for microwaves. My grocery store doesn't carry it yet, but as soon as they do, I will be all over that. I also saw that they have pre-boiled eggs, and my grocery store doesn't have that yet. They're already boiled and peeled, and they come in a bag of like 6.
I tried the
Is that
pre-boiled eggs that are already
Well,
peeled
I
and
would
all that.
imagine so.
And
I'd like
they're
to.
handy,
I
like
mean-
if you're gonna make a salad or something.
See, I
But
don't eat a
really,
bunch
I
of
don't think
eggs.
they
I love
taste that
scrambled
great. They
eggs,
lose
but I
a
don't
lot
like
of the
cooked with
flavor.
eggs or anything. Or I can't eat them like boiled eggs and like peel them. I can't do that.
Vicky, is he going to be able to go back to sleep okay, you think? I hate that. You know, Austin, I think that's a great idea when people go out and hunt if they donate the meat to homeless shelters and soup kitchens and stuff.
Yeah, Austin, kudos to you. That's a good thing. Oh, Vicky, honey, I have had night terrors since I was a kid. And I'm not going to tell how old I am, but it's getting on up there. And still have them. That's a hard thing.
I don't think I've ever eaten a wild turkey, and I wonder if they taste different than, you know, a butterball from the grocery store.
You know what? There's a lot of people around here that go wild turkey hunting, and they look different than the regular turkeys or the ones I've seen do.
Yeah, I thought they did.
Yeah, my daddy always said those were really good. But see, we never had nothing like that at home. That must be when he was growing up. We had the old butterball from the grocery store.
The butterball. Oh, I
I
love
went and shot
Nippy's
my
voice.
turkey. Here's the soup.
Can you imagine how much time it would take to get ready for Thanksgiving? Those way back when?
Oh, I know.
You had to go kill a turkey, and then you probably raised all your vegetables and stuff. I don't know.
A lot of people do the wild hog hunting down here in Texas, and I don't know. Some people do eat it, but I don't know if it tastes like regular hog or not. But they do have bounties on wild hogs down here because they're getting so overrun.
Mm-hmm.
And they have these stations where if you take the hogs in that you've either trapped or killed, they pay you so much per head.
I bet you that's a good barbecue right there.
Probably, but it's also a very dangerous barbecue.
Yeah, I imagine so.
The only wild turkey I've ever had came in a
Yeah,
bottle.
and they're mean.
Ooh, honey, we don't have that up here.
We had one in our backyard, and I didn't ever see it, but I knew it had been there because of the just the prints and the holes in my yard and stuff. That sucker had to be big, and I'm glad I never came across it when we let the dogs out.
Lord Jaynie. Oh, I'll be afraid for my dogs and my little kitties and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what's big up here that I don't know why they set it out to control some kind of population, but coyotes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
awful,
think
Conklin.
Opened
That's
that
a
up
bunch of
here
crap.
too, because they're getting overrun.
No,
So
they're scary. They'll kill your dogs and cats.
Austin's gonna do. He's only really done small game. Last year was his first year hunting deer and turkey. The last year you didn't get a deer, or was that the only one you saw?
Now, Austin, you be careful doing that hunting and stuff out there, and wear that orange vest and stuff.
Definitely.
Gigi said coyotes are there, but she said they get killed. Well, I mean, I don't want to see nothing get killed, but I think they really they jump on people's cows and stuff and try to kill them and stuff here.
I know they get a lot of people's chickens here.
Yes. So I think sometimes they do a lot of damage, but, you know, I'm not into killing nothing, so I can't really say anything.
Me neither. Like I said, I'd be the person out there on one of those things where the animals are fighting, and I'd be the one who gets mauled because I'm out there like, you two stop it. You know, hey, quit that. Quit that. Leave her alone. And then I'd get attacked by a big old lion or something.
Hey, they are getting.
And I would be. That would be me.
Some bears coming
Be
in
nice.
this way.
You two play
I know
nice.
it's getting crazy with the animals showing up in odd parts of, in towns and backyards. And
Yeah, I mean, one showed up at my mom's house up in that area, which is like at the bottom of the mountain, kind of.
mm-hmm.
But when I was a kid, nothing like that ever happened. So I'm like, I'm good on the bear thing. I'm scared of that.
And see, I'm such an idiot for animals that if I saw like a baby bear in my backyard, I'd probably go up to it and be like, oh, someone needs a hug. And then here would come Mama Bear out of the woods.
And she would
This
rip
is where
your
my
arm
bear
straight
came
out your
from.
body.
And I'd probably even talk sweet to her. I'd be like, come here, Mama, here's your baby. And she'd just thrash me around.
She just take those paws and just smack you right across the face with it.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord.
Every time I see an animal, it's like my brain doesn't exist. I want to go right up to it,
Uh-huh. You better be careful with that because some of them might get you.
I know. I've done it with dogs and stuff, and later I'm thinking, I didn't know that dog could have ripped my face off.
Lord have mercy. Hey, Austin, don't be sad. You'll get you a turkey.
If you don't get a turkey, I'll send you a butterball.
Hey, how's that?
I'll shoot it first. So that, yeah, I got me a turkey. It'll just be a frozen butterball turkey with a big hole in it.
I love when Nippy laughs.
Oh, and make sure if it's frozen to take that bag of crap out of the middle of it before you cook it.
Yeah.
Do
And
you know how many people have cooked their turkeys with that stuff still in it?
oh, I know. The first year I did a turkey, I did that.
That's crazy, man.
I had no idea. I've told you stories about when I was the dumb things I thought. So I'm sure you can believe that I cooked my turkey with all the stuff still in it. It was so just not really sour, but
Tangy.
like it was. Oh, I can't
was
even describe
tangy.
the taste. It was awful.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I made a turkey meatloaf one time out of ground turkey, and it was. And my husband, he ate that, and he was eating it like it was decent. I was like, this is terrible. And we took it and threw it outside in the woods. I'm like, gross, I'll never do that again.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to tell you this story that I told Nippy about when I got my first place. I was only 17, and I got my first place. And the first week I was there, I had quite a bit of garbage because moving in, I had boxes and all that kind of stuff. And so I took my garbage up to the street like everyone else did, and I was so proud of myself. My new place, look at me, I'm all responsible, taking my garbage out to the curb. When I got home from work that night, my garbage can was still sitting there, full. And I thought, okay, well, maybe they just didn't have enough room in there for all these boxes and stuff. So I dragged it all back to the house. And the next week I had more garbage. I didn't have as much, just probably a bag or so. And I added it to what I had before, and I took it up to the thing, doing the responsible thing again, and when I came home from work, my garbage was still sitting there and everyone else's wasn't. And so I was starting to feel a little bit, like maybe someone liked me. So the third week I took my garbage up. And by this time, if they didn't take it, I wasn't going to be able to keep this up. So I came home from work and my garbage was still sitting there. And I just broke down in tears. I didn't know why the garbage company hated me. I didn't know what I had done to them, but I just felt so offended and hurt that they did not take my garbage.
The garbage company
So I held my mom in tears. And I said, Mom, they haven't picked up my garbage and I don't know why they take everyone else's and all this. And she says, did you pay them?
Oops.
Yeah, and I said, you have to pay for them to take your garbage? Said, yes, you have to pay. I had no idea. I was so naive at that age. I didn't know that I had to pay them to take my garbage. Really taking
I
it
just thought they were
personally
really
by this
nice
point.
people
My
who came and
feelings
picked up
were
garbage.
hurt. Why wasn't my garbage good enough? And so we got talking and everything. I said, so all I have to do then is call them and tell them, right? And then they'll start picking it up and I'll pay them. And she said, yeah. And I said, well, I don't even know what brought it up, but she said something about the water. And I just started crying again. I said, I have to pay for water.
I was such a simpleton.
Oh, the days of being young and naive. But
Welcome to the world of grown up.
I know.
It sucks.
The things I thought water was free. I thought people just came and picked up your garbage like the garbage fairies.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
So many things our parents didn't tell us about, like insurance, taxes, and all that stuff that you find out the hard way.
exactly.
I did some crazy stuff like that.
Now I knew that you had to pay for electric because all parents are always going around saying, "Turn off the lights. The electric bill is going to be sky high." But I really had no idea that you paid for water and garbage.
I know, you think, well, that stuff should be free. Well, at least water.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, you just turn on the faucet and there it is. Why would you pay for it? Deborah says she's been there. She had her own place at 16. Oh, to be young and dumb again, Deborah. Those were the days. That's why we have a cat, a dog, 3 horses, and 7 rabbits.
Hey, Austin, you got a farm going on there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Gigi said her, I guess PG&E is the light company out there in California. $800. Good Lord.
Oh my gosh.
That's high, girl.
I had a $500
It's
electric bill
expensive to
last
live out
month.
there in California.
That's called
It really
AC
is.
in Texas in the summer.
Yeah, I've actually looked at, just out of curiosity, the prices of apartments and stuff. And I can't believe that like a 1-bedroom apartment in San Francisco is like $2,200 a month. That's crazy.
There's no way. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I mean, it's
I'd be
cheap where I live at. So,
living on the street. Where I am, my mortgage, which includes taxes and insurance, is only $520 a month.
girl, I'm right there with you on that. I mean,
A two-bed. And so paying $2,200 for basically an efficiency apartment, no way. I'd be living on the street.
I worry about California. They've had some major.
I would have to have 3
lately,
roommates
and all those
living in
fires
a
and
1-bedroom
stuff,
apartment.
which has left the trees, left the ground bare and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're subject to all kinds of flooding.
I didn't move out until I got married. I was 20. I still had a curfew. I stayed in my apartment. Before the wedding, my daddy drove by to make sure my husband wasn't there. He wanted to be sure. You're going to sell once you're done raising your girl. Will that be for you, do you think, Gigi? Will you move away from there? Or
are you going to stay in the same area? Hey, I can't complain about where I live, really. I mean, yeah, it's a small town, but it's all I know, which I did some traveling. I've been fortunate, and I got to travel to a lot of different states and stuff, but I mean, this is home to me.
see, Gigi, I'd love to do that too. I always think, at some point, I would love to sell our house and sell our vehicle, sell all our furniture, everything, just sell everything, buy an RV, and just travel in it. Wherever we stop for the day or the week or the, couple days or whatever, that's home for that time. I think that would be so great.
I think that's kind of neat.
Travel up north during the summer to get away from the southern heat, and stay and travel down south in the winter to get away from the bad northern winters.
And look at that. All these years later,
Yeah,
you can't
that
do
makes
that
a lot
now
of
because
sense.
it's just as hot up north
A
as
lot
it
of
is
people
down
are doing
south
that
now.
now.
Yep. I know that's right, Vicki. I thought that I just had it so rough too when I was young. And I didn't realize what all being an adult entailed. I have an appreciation for it now.
Yeah, me too. I was the same way.
You know, my biggest concern when I was growing up was that, oh my gosh, I didn't have the newest kind of tennis shoes or the Swatch watch or, you know, all the things that were big back when I was a kid.
Me too.
And now
I
I'm like, hey, if I can keep the lights on and keep a roof over my head, I think I'm making it.
As long as I can pay my bills every month, I'm good.
Yeah, me too. I don't care about what shoes go on my feet now.
Me neither. Those tiny homes are nice.
They are. I've seen some that are really cute. And I would definitely like to, if I could ever buy some land, I'd like to have a tiny home community.
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Deborah says, I've lived rough, still live rough. Well, honey, we all have, that's for sure.
I know how that is too. I was very poor when I was young. My parents divorced, and we were dirt poor. I mean, I say that, but it wasn't the same kind of poor. I know a lot of people had it worse than we did. We always had a roof over our head in the same place. You know, we always knew that was home. We didn't move a lot and all that. But I know that my mom really struggled. And yeah, it just, you know, and then you get out on your own and it's rough and things get better for a while and then something happens and it gets rough again. But thank goodness we always make it through.
That's true. Bye, Austin. Come back and see us again.
Bye-bye, Austin. Thanks for coming in. Let us know if you get that turkey this year.
Vicki lost her dad. Vicki, I lost my dad last year.
Good night, Conklin. It was good
It's
seeing
hard.
you and taking this trip down
I
memory
still have
lane.
both of my parents. They're in their 70s, but I did lose both of my siblings this past year. My oldest brother died in June, and then my second oldest brother died in July. So all I
You're
have
welcome,
now is my
Conklin.
parents.
We'll have to do it again with another stream.
Jaynie,
One that's
I'm
a little
so
more
sorry. I
put
hate
together.
that so bad for you.
Well, it's just really hard to get used to being an only child after all my life. You know, I had two older brothers that I always thought I could count on, you know. And now going into my parents being in their 70s.
Yeah, I think I'm
it's
going to
just
stop
a whole
the
lot
stream
different
now.
because I
I
never
don't want
thought
to.
that I'd be.
I don't want to hear all that. So, yeah, it's been fun going down memory lane. We'll have to try another random stream sometime and see how we did. Bring back the good old memories. So, yeah, it was fun. I'm glad you all came in to enjoy it with us. Once again, before I stop the stream, if you haven't voted yet on whether or not Nippy should come back, go up there at the top of the chat and cast your vote. So far, it's 90% say yes and 10% say no, and we've had 99 votes. So it's pretty overwhelming. Nippy should come back to YouTube. I'm going to have to let her know. It has been a very calm, relaxing stream. I thank you all for joining me. We're going to do this again sometime. And, you know, as the show went on, we came into where we had our little vibe going. We played some music and we had the soundboard going. So it'll be kind of fun to see when we do another one, how far along we had gotten. And some running jokes that we had going and games and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd like to get back to this kind of fun. And so maybe by playing the old streams, it'll get us all in the mood. And we'll all just start having some fun around here instead of just all the arguing and stuff. But you guys have a great night. Thanks for coming in. And I will see you very soon. And love you. And I hope you have the day you deserve tomorrow. Mwah. Bye-bye.